play this kind of lineup, they pick like a Phantom Assassin in place of the Invoker, some sort of mobile core where they can just keep on fighting. An Invoker kind of offers that in the Sunstrike, but not really. Like, even though he Sunstrikes, he's not going to be coming to fights, he's not going to really contribute. So to me, that's quite odd, but you never know. We'll just have to see how they make this happen. They actually have the offlane Spirit Breaker. Yeah, as the caster, or the panelists said, Immortals' lineup kind of, we're figuring out where everyone wants to go, right? Like, Spirit Breaker can be played in multiple roles, Omni Knight, same thing. Even Bane, we've seen solo Banes from time to time. It's just weird. We don't know what's really going on.
Alright, are they actually trying this challenge? They have to do it with the whole team. Has to be the whole team, Immortals. I can't believe we awarded them that last bounty. Ugh. Disgusting. OpTic numbers here. Taunts do we have on this team? I have taunts. Pretty sure Shadow Demon. Not possible to be done there.
They're just having fun with it. Alright.
But the amount of Moonbucks they spent, it is odd to say. Like, let's say we just looked at these lineups without even knowing anything else.
Okay.
What teams they were. I would have said the team with less money spent would. But that is not the case.
We were talking about the previous game, right? This game.
The Radiant lineup versus Dire lineup. I would have said the Dire lineup would be worth much more Moon.
Well, the Dire also happened to random Nyx Assassin, right?
Yes, that's true. Going to be taking this wave for himself right now. Where he chooses to go. He's going to run right into Kit Rack and PPD. Not careful.
Protection status. We got a Sentry, and that's about it. No dust.
Nothing good enough. Delaying the wave, and very annoying here.
Yep, so the wave's doubled up top lane, which means it's going to eventually push. The small camp is also blocked. Oh, just kidding, I'm retarded. They don't spawn till a minute.
That's true.
Well, either way, it'll still push, and then the Spirit Breaker will start to get some experience.
Changes like that, it's going to take a while to get used to.
Yep, MP accidentally just TP'd in place. So, unfortunate there. You will not have that.
CC is very happy about that, it seems. After all that shit talk last game. The scene enfeeble onto CC, but eventually, of course, he's going to be relying on this Crypt Storm to get these last hits. As the neutrals now spawn. Rev taunting away again at the top lane right now. So we have the Spirit Breaker being played in the off lane role. Is that what you were expecting?
No, I was actually expecting the off lane Bounty Hunter, because I've seen that from them in the past. And it wouldn't be that bad, right? These heroes would need to spam by detection, be able to leech, but I guess Spirit Breaker, he's tanky. Even when he gets disrupted into the Impale, he'll probably survive, so not the end of the world.
Catcher's also applied, but he's still at half HP, healthy mid lane time. He, as far as the CS is concerned, is pretty much even Steven with Fight Febby being
just
around.
fine.
See that changing anytime soon.
If anything, it gets kind of easier.
Spirit siphoning the wave. Febby's completely out of mana right now.
You know, I guess CCNC is eventually going to have to watch out for Forever charging him. We'll have Cold Snap, Sunstrike, and then Bane spells too. So there's a lot of kill potential there, and the heroes Shadow Demon and Nyx. You know, they have the level 1 TP scrolls available so they can TP, but it's still something that's going to be really annoying for the hero. They can pour it in, but there's probably not any turn potential.
Bot lane, lots of damage being done to Zai on this off lane Kunkka. Seen in the Mission 1 role this tournament as well with OG. Goes another Janata.
Oh, they can get the heal off.
That Orb of Venom going to work, and the Purification just out of range.
Oh, out comes the Cluck. Again,
correctly
though.
This time. All right, we have the timer at about 2:43.
Is this correct, though? Because it's going to get crowed.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, it does say before the 3 minute
Well, it might
mark.
not matter. Nyx Assassin. Just kidding. All right, I thought he was going to walk in the pit and kill the chicken.
Oh, they're... Actually, I think this might be under the... They're really abusing the wording of these bounties, aren't they?
According to the rules, this is legit.
That's true now that I think about it. All right, we have to read that a little bit more. Oh, it has to be finished before... All right, thank you, Buka.
All right.
Thank you, good sir.
Rulebook has been
another.
slammed.
If only we had that same thing for the last time, but way. It's still in there. They don't care.
They want their money.
It'll be there the rest of the game, I'm sure.
They're hoping Mr. Midas shows some mercy and gives them the cash.
What do you think of this bot lane? Position 1 Omni Knight. Like, I mean, scaling from Immortals just doesn't seem very strong right now.
Yeah, the scaling is definitely not there, but this is Immortals. They typically tend to just run at the enemy team, make them fight on their terms, and this is probably one of the better ways to do it, right? Get an Omni Knight super farmed early in the game, but he is going for hand of Midas. I don't know. It's odd, and it's definitely not normal, but it can work out.
Counts that he get probably the 90 gold per minute on top of that Midas, I would assume.
Yes.
So they're really trying to scale level 50.
Nay.
Thank you, Mr. Yeah, that's definitely true. It's very interesting. They're on the West Coast now, so I believe LA, if I'm not mistaken, headquarters for.
Yes.
Be able to find somebody. Their manager, perhaps. Who knows? But looking at the net worth right now, Luna on top at the current point in time. Pycat. It's like last game where he just got complete free farm. Has yet to get a kill though. Trying to leech XP for now.
I mean, leeching XP seems like all they can really do in this lane. I don't think they can do anything to Luna at all, especially with the current levels on the heroes, right? Spirit Breaker's just kind of roaming, he's charging down bottom, big bash.
Zai might be in some trouble here. Does have a TP. Sunstrike is coming, and boom! First blood goes the way of
nice.
MP and Immortals. A much-needed kill, at least for the morale's sake, if nothing else. I mean, these bounties not being completed have to hurt your morale, Brax.
Yep, agreed. You know, they tried so hard to complete the bounties. You know, they left the chicken in there, even when Buba said no, that is not allowed. They're still in there.
Spirit Siphon onto MP. Torrent comes out, connects as well. Reinforcements are on the way. Spirit Siphon not going to be nearly enough as the Invoker looks like he will live through this. The trade for the Nyx Assassin and Death Prophet. So Immortals turning this around very nicely. We talked about how their early game pretty damn good. And that come to fruition to some degree right.
Yep, this team is so aggressive in the early parts of the game. They're very, very good at forcing engagements, especially on their terms. And, you know, they need these kills at this point, right? You have Bounty Hunter, Spirit Breaker on the same team. Your team fight is not great, but your gank potential and your smaller skirmishers are very, very strong. But of course, it's still that free farming Luna problem, right? And there's also the Shadow Demon to back him up later.
Rev level 4 right now. Not often you see a Spirit Breaker leveling a decent amount in a game. I'm just so used to 2 stage at the very.
Always the 4 position Spirit Breaker just roaming around.
Harassing PP.
Action.
Dust will be coming out pretty sure.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Or is actual CS real quick?
It's not high. At 26.
It up at least. Bad considering. Starting out there for him. Be a lot worse for sure. Looking for more Sunstrike kills perhaps. That definitely helps to get back in the game. Disruption to capture instant sprint. Nope. It's actually gonna take out the Shadow Demon very early.
Dangerous combo.
Applying some pressure to Zai. Level 5 right now, so no go to get him out of this. Junata will connect. TP support coming in the form of Nyx Assassin. Drain Sap is there. Zai's still in a lot of trouble. Nice Impale will keep Bane in place. They're gonna find the Bounty Hunter. They might find more, in fact. Zai sticking around and will live with that health salve. And that's 2 dead in the favor of OpTic.
Very nicely done, punishing the over-aggression from Immortals. It was, it's a bit odd. Put it nicely.
Now has Exorcism to work with. A charge coming in.
4 people from Immortals in the mid lane.
Yancey Kit Rack is there to scare off Berev, who taunts away again. Not have taunts either. Bounty Hunter doesn't have taunts. I feel like that challenge we need a little bit too hard to get 5 taunts.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll reconsider for future PD. Sandwiched in right now. Get the disruption off Dubu. Not be able to get that bounty room, but we'll get the Janata off. Febby with the brain sap coming, I'm sure. Sunstrike though. Boom! Alright, another kill for MP that's definitely needed in the lineup. Febby, Torrent will not connect. Zai still does not have X, by the way. I haven't seen this build for offering.
he is the offlaner, right? He's playing more of that core position with the phrase boots, Tidebringer spam.
Right now, and Ghost Ship comes through, but Kyo gets the repel, trying to turn this thing, but CCC pops Exorcism. Blue's here as well. They're going to pop the Guardian Angel, not taking any damage from the Exorcism, but the Spirit Siphon is still going, and Zai has the Torrent, faking it out, left, right, and center. Kyo gets healed, but will die in the end, and Zai looks to be next. Sunstrike will not connect. 1 for 1 right now. Still with that Exorcism. About to end here. Dubu getting spotted out, thanks to Shadow Poison from PPD. Puts down a sentry just in case. Does go in Viz now. They're going to spot him, and they're going to bring him down.
All right. So, when you look at Immortals' lineup, you think, all right, they need to constantly fight, they need to destroy these team fights and take over the early game, but they are not exactly managing to do that, it feels. It feels like every time they try to fight, they get these small kills that don't really translate into anything. And now they're going to have to answer to this Luna pretty soon. He was very, very farm. Tried to mask Manus Aquila. Untouchable in the jump.
Spotted out by Dubu, but Pyke could destroy him in a heartbeat. Now, the question for me, Brax, for OpTic side, what is their window? Or not OpTic, I'm sorry. At what point do you say, after this 30-minute mark or whatever it may be, way too hard to play?
Hard to say because they are playing, Immortals are playing this lineup that's going to snowball super heavily off of kills, right? So they're going to be getting tons of gold on these heroes, and these heroes are not weak at fighting at all. Big Torrent, actually.
Connects. Ghost Ship is on its way. The Shark will connect onto MP, who's in a lot of trouble. The Impale will ensure. The neutral clip actually kills MP. That is super unlucky. Reg comes in. Nice disruption on himself, but PPD will likely die here very shortly. CCNC forcing Forev out. Torrent will connect. Dubu's in a lot of trouble. Trying to finish off PPD will do so. Ends up being a 2 for 1 again. But one of those was, of course, a neutral.
Yep. Deny on the Invoker, but Invoker's still no Midas at this stage of the game.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, it's rough. But you're asking about when is kind of like their cutoff point where they're going to really start to struggle in this game. I'm not exactly sure because they always have potential of taking some of these fights. They're not weak at all, right? It's just these big ultimates are difficult to fight. But Exorcism is on cooldown, right? They cannot pursue.
Strike was canceled there. Might apply it to Zai here with Dubu's assistance. Still not level 6 with that track. Will apply a lot of pressure. Track is there. Or not track, sorry. The Sunstrike and the Fiend's Grip. Enough to bring down that off-lane. Dubu, you have a tome, my friend. Already.
It's very, very close to 6. He'll get it off like a creep or two. And I don't know. Like when you look at a lineup like this, you kind of need to take some sort of tower, which Q is doing at the top. Like
great tower pusher.
Oh, exactly, right? It's kind of a problem when you don't have that stability. It's easy to force your enemy to react if you have the building damage. If you have some way to take objectives, it's easy to box in the map, make them farm a certain area, get deep wards down, control objectives, and just take over certain areas of the map. And without that, I mean, this Luna can just farm everything without being afraid at all. She's solo taking the bottom tower. No real threats at all. Super, super.
Dragonlance working Asha now. Mask of Manus quite a while. Cube. Bot lane. I hear Sunstrike. Doesn't look like it will connect. PPD taking a lot of damage from that brain sap. Febby, one more right click will be enough. Will he find it? Indeed. Shark comes in but will not connect. The buff will be applied to Zai. Not that it really matters because Febby is in way too deep. It'll end up being a trade though. Omni Knight.
Pycat takes him out with the ultimate. I guess he got him around a corner or something.
Right, grab charging in. A little pressure to Luna, but Pycat is not scared right now. Level 13. Doubling levels here for Rev. Asha is... But I do like the idea of Bounty Hunter. Or a team. Makes so much sense for Immortal. Fighting that early.
Yeah.
Track can really kind of amplify strength of your land. Getting your net worth out of control.
He's good at giving your team the intelligence to take fights, right? He can always invis in, walk past these heroes, scout them out, and make it easy for you to close it on them. Especially with a hero like Spirit Breaker who can just charge. But, you know, as long as OpTic stick together and protect each other, it's pretty difficult for Immortals to just run at them. Because there's no big team fight, right? They have to run into the Exorcism, and this Death Prophet becomes super tanky once the Ghost Ship comes out. It's just not easy to take.
1K lead now for OpTic Gaming. Talking about a team with double Midas as well.
Yeah.
Both Invoker and Omni Knight. Be a bit till they pay that off. As another strike applied to PPD. Sunstrike not even needed. My lord, that's a lot of damage. Fiend's Grip onto CCNC. Here comes the Meatball as well. The Meatball Express, if you will, with the Purification. And CCNC is abandoned by the rest of his team as 2 kills go the way of Immortals. What we've been talking about this game. Very aggressive lineup.
Very aggressive, and that's an excellent opening. 2 track kills going their way too, so very nicely done.
1,400 gold network swing. Still tracking up for Rev with the charge. Will connect on both PPD. No, he's actually going to cancel it. PPD will find his way to the grave thanks to that Shuriken.
Very nice. That's a tower on top as well. So great play from the Immortals. They need more
like
of
that.
that.
They have
right?
the network lead now.
Yep. It's crazy to think that you pick a lineup like this, go double Midas, and still look to fire, right? It feels like perhaps a bit conflicting, but then again, the strong early game secures your Midas from being super, super greedy because you can still fight, and it helps you transition into the later stages. You know, Invoker, great late game hero. Omni Knight, pretty decent as well.
Really? You'd say Omni Knight as a carry?
Maybe we'll see some Radiance build or something.
Okay. Radiance, I was definitely expecting. I think that's... I mean, the way that I think of Omni Knight, like back in the day, Dota 1 days, mid Omni Knight, you'd go like S and Y. Of course, DGen Aura was way stronger back then, if I remember. Same with Repel. Repel, I think, had almost 100% uptime. Right?
Yep, it was also really long.
Not quite that strength, I would say, these days. I want to see it. I'd like to see it.
I do too. It's very unconventional, but it can work.
Bebby put in the top lane. Meanwhile, OpTic is in the enemy jungle. They're getting tracked up right now. Might just force this tower with the Exorcism. Still only level 1 Exorcism.
I think there's a good chance they won't even bother using it. Luna has a ton of damage, Mask of Madness too.
And now we're seeing, of course, the disruption. We've seen this before, my friends.
That's right. It's the glory days.
And I'm sure PPD just loves this because he's going to be getting a lot of farm things.
You know, back when this was really popular, I feel like this was something that nobody enjoyed playing with, but it was also so ridiculous that you didn't want to play against it. So.
I think the Shadow Demon. I think because you get more farm than ever before. Yep. It's like these 4-slotted Shadow Demons in the time.
Everyone's just at the mercy of the illusion.
Right. Like back then, especially the courts would not get nearly as.
Yep, very true.
NP working towards his Aghanim Scepter about 1100 away. That'll be a big help for him. As Kitrak, we haven't really seen much from the Vendetta yet.
Yep,
spotting out Febby.
He's scouting these heroes out, but there's nobody that can actually follow up. Right?
Can he kill MP himself?
Courier
instead, he'll get it.
Alright, that's
Please
nice.
pay the ultimate price though. Nightmare is there. Fiend's Grip will follow. Have to think, was this worth it? Was it actually? I don't even know.
I would say it's worth it.
Cost of
Courier
Fiend's
is
Grip.
what? Basically a tower for each teammate. Alright, now you see me.
Thank you. Now, as far as Xayah is concerned, I'm just going to see the traditional kind of carry Kunkka that we saw from No-Tail, which is, you know, the drums blink and then start getting these hard items like crit, maybe even Battle Fury, essentially.
I'd imagine so. I can't think of a different style of build he would go for.
Either support Kunkka or carry Kunkka, right?
Right. I mean, especially with his current farm rate, right? I don't think he could really get anything else.
Scouting things out. Oh, they're going to find him. PPD with the Demonic Purge into the Soul Catcher. Very, very easy kill. The question is, who gets it? In fact. That... You know, PPD always has the best banter. He's had a lot of practice in pubs.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Duo has 4,000 gold. Expect that Sacred Relic to come out. Is there any way he changes this build?
I don't know. I just can't imagine it being that impactful with the different items.
Nullifier. CCNC gets charged up. There's another strike. He's going to wait for the actual stun strike to connect. Here it comes. Another strike is going to be enough. Doesn't even need it, actually. There's another track kill and a big, big kill on him.
That is a very, very big chunk. Invoker is getting quite large now. Aghanim Scepter completes with the Hand of Midas. Timing not too bad. 18 minutes. That's the, let's say, normal timing with the Goku that gets branded a little bit.
Bot lane Q thinking about chasing Zai, who's still getting charged from the sideline. Zai, of course, not aware of that until now. Sunstrike will not connect because of the bash, but it won't matter. The last right click is there for Rev. QO repels up, and Pycat actually uses Eclipse. I don't think he's going to find anything, at least not with that. For Rev, attempting to TP out. Will he be able to get out in time? Actually doesn't even bother trying.
He had nothing to charge. All the creeps were, I guess he could have charged top maybe to see the creeps in time.
Oh, we missed the kill. That's fine. Kidcrack dies to MP. So MP has come back with a vengeance.
He has, but he's still nowhere near this Luna in terms of farm. But, you know, until Luna gets BKB, these spells do a whole lot.
Actually going Scotty. What do you think about that?
Nice, Scotty. Well, it's going to be good against the Omni, right? Even if he repels himself after the Purge or something, you can just stick on him forever. Also makes him tanky. When you look at Immortals' lineup, it's not the highest damaging lineup. Could be.
With the changes to Blade and just the mechanics in general, spell, not that many dispels in the game. Of course, you have Demonic Purge.
Yep.
If PPD ends up getting farm at some point, you have to expect Aghanim Scepter. Way too good.
Yep, it looks very good if you can manage it. But at the current farm rate he has, it's not looking...
not looking great. Double silence. Nicely done from OpTic. See if they can initiate here. Omni Knight's in a lot of trouble. Disruption? Was that a disruption? The Shark comes in, but the repel will keep him alive for now. Spirit Siphon just out of range, but he'll fall on the outside skirts there as PPD has to disrupt himself. Will likely die as he is tracked up as well. So that is a 1-for-1 right now. They'll find the Bounty Hunter on the sidelines. The chase continues as CC wants to take out this pesky Bane. Does have Nightmare, but not able to get anything off in time. 3-for-1, and all it cost them was their 5 Shadow Demon.
Very convincing fight from OpTic, and that was even without the Eclipse. I guess QO didn't manage to get off the ultimate in that fight at all. But honestly, it doesn't even feel like it does that much, right? Whoever they're focusing is going to get purged anyways.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, he got an amazing silence this time.
Yep, very
Omni
nice.
Knight basically dead by the time he could cast anything. Tower will fall, and Pycat now has close to a 5K net worth lead. This is a massive lead.
Gigantic. We're talking about the offlane Kunkka bit and the role it would have in the team. But he actually doesn't need to build damage, right? Like, you have your 2 frontliners and the Death Prophet and the Luna. All he really has to do is sit back so he can get his boat off, protect his allies, and then deal damage afterwards. He's kind of like a glorified support in this game where he doesn't need to be like a big damage dealing hero. So
glorified support that ends up getting his items way sooner than a normal support.
Right. Like, I don't feel like him going damage would do anything differently in the fight. You could honestly build just Orbs or something different.
Yeah, Lotus Orb. Kidcrack scouting things out here. Immortals really wants to take this Roche. The question is, can OpTic do it about it?
OpTic are aware.
Oh boy, Zai. He X's himself torn into the Shark coming in. It's going to hit the entirety of Team Immortals, and Omni Knight is dead. The Roshan goes the way of Forev and company, but at what cost? CCNC will be able to finish off that pesky hero, and that is 3 dead for Immortals. Kunkka continuing to chase. Not a whole lot of mana right now as Febby attempting to get out of here, but again, right now OpTic is just cleaning crew. They are the janitors, Blacks would say.
Yeah, not even close in these team fights. It was quite a desperate move from Immortals, right? They need that Roche who stayed in this game. Oh boy. Flame coming out.
I realized Forev died twice with that Agent. He died so fast.
Yep.
And there we see the Luna Shadow Demon come into play again. And CCNC didn't even bother using it in that one.
Yeah.
Get a second Rax with it. Looks no buybacks coming for Immortals.
Omni Knight just can't stay alive in these fights to do a whole lot with his radiance. He dies so quickly.
Remember, this is OpTic with a stand-in for Midas.
That's right.
Not even the normal 5-man lineup. Kidcrack apparently is the good luck charm right now.
Potential roster change coming?
I wouldn't go that far, but you never know, I guess. Okay, that's 2 racks in favor of OpTic, and we're 23 minutes in, close to a 10K net worth lead for OpTic. Shrines will be taken out by the Illusion. Walk away from the...
Yep, at least Immortals have this going for them, right? The Spirit Breaker has Blade Mail. OpTic Gaming are super farmed. Don't count them out yet. Maybe they'll kill themselves.
He needs more health, though. 1,600 is not a whole lot.
It is true.
Drop pretty quick. Death Prop I have right now. 1,700 plus Yule. They don't have anything that... I guess the Luna can blow herself up. That's a lot of burst damage. But Death Prof, I wouldn't really consider burst damage.
No, I'm just reaching here, trying to give them some sort of hope. It looks
in case
quite
they're
grim.
listening to the broadcast.
You never know.
8,000 net worth. This lead is literally Luna. Look at it.
Yeah,
it's literally
true.
just Luna. That's actually insane.
For 2 racks and a shrine after that, it does not feel like a big lead at all. But then again, it's only 23 minutes into the game.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Forgot about that. This game did not feel like a 23-minute long game at all.
Getting outclassed this game. Of course, had a lot of back and forth with OpTic. Every NA team just like depends on who shows up on that particular day to take the qualifier.
It really feels like a lot of these teams beat each other. Just depends.
EG maybe slight step up from everybody else. Maybe more than slight, but
I would agree
probably
with that.
much
But
more consistent.
You say that, but they lost to OpTic 2-1.
So, with that Radiance in tow, Midas is off cooldown. Use it! Find a camp quick. He was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I forgot about my Midas guys. Quick. Get to the neutral.
Oh no. There are no creeps to be found.
Midas mode. Alright, well, Tycat takes out another shrine. Pops the drums. That extra moves while standing still.
It's about raising your morale, right? Whenever you're bored, sit down, start beating the drums.
I guess so. Manta's already popped, so they can't really take off this track, but Tycat doesn't really care. He is virtually unkillable. Has Eagle Song now, close to Butterfly.
Yep, so tanky.
Pretty disgusting overall. Omni Knight.
Honestly, they can just walk up the hill with the illusions, hitting the base, and they probably can't walk it.
Zai jumps in, not sure what he's doing here. Farek gets a charge off, but gets insta-give the Blade Mail like you talked about, only dealing a little bit of damage to Kit Rack. Just like that, it's a 5v4 for OpTic. Exorcism has been activated, and the tier 3 tower is dead. Tycat apparently just getting a kill thanks to the glaive.
Oh no.
And it looks like this will be Mega Creeps at the very least, if not GG Tornado. Or sorry, the Meteor comes out for MP and company. The Shark comes in as well, hits a couple of heroes. Looks like MP will die though. And GGs are called. OpTic take this series 2-0 in very easy fashion, I believe.
The score is 19-19, but that does not tell the story of this game. It didn't even feel close when it came to team fights.